Okay, so we are recording. Again, thank you for attending today's webinar, which is on the websites, and we're going to be looking at adding pages and editing pages to your website. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm just going to minimize this. Okay, so what I've done is I've pulled up one of my training websites, and this is the forward-facing part of the site. So what that means to you is that the customer, this is what they will see when they go to the URL. And what we're going to do in order to create pages and edit pages, and I just want to explain quickly, just the concept of a page. A page is something that you can create and put banners on, as well as content such as products, blogs, forms. So depending upon what you want to put on your site, a lot of people create a page for like testimonials, or they'll create a page, email or contact us, and they'll create a form that they can put on that page, and it will email them if the customer has any questions or they just want to contact the distributor for information, they can do that. Pages are also created for kind of different niches. So basically, if you really want to highlight golf products, you can create a page for golf products and put some information on that page pertaining to specific golf products that you want to drive your customers to. And so there's many ways in which you can create pages and put various content on those pages. And that's what we're going to be looking at. Right now, what the customer sees is I've actually created a page. It looks like the seasonal items. And so if you go into that page, you'll see the various items. And what we'll do today is we'll create another page, maybe a testimonials page. And we'll look at how do we get content on that page, and then how do we link it to the site so that customers can view that page. So in order to get into the management area, on the back of the URL or the website address, you're just going to put /manage. And that will take you into the login area where you have your email address and your password, so you can put your information in there. Okay, and as soon as you log in, you're going to be directed to the management home screen. And this is what it looks like when you get into that management area. Where we're going to be spending time mainly today is under content, this drop down here. And the first section under that drop down is pages. And if we click on that, you'll see all the pages that have been created. And a lot of times when we create the website for you with the template that you've chosen, there's some system pages that are automatically generated. And there's usually a page for a home page, and there's usually a promotional products page that has the various product categories. There's also pages for contact us and about us. So those are some of the system pages that are automatically generated. So when you come into this pages area, you should see every page that is included on your site. So I've done a lot just from a training standpoint using this site. I have a page for blogs. I have a request a quote page that has a form on it. I also have a sunburns remedies page specific to this customer, just to provide information to the end user. And then you can kind of go through and see the various pages that have been created. Once a page is created, and you do that by coming up here to New Page. So we'll create a page. So if I click on New Page, it's going to first ask me to fill out the information pertaining to the attributes of that page. And when I refer to attributes, it's really the page title, the menu title. It's the back of the URL, as well as any meta descriptions and meta keywords that would drive customers to that specific page. So again, from a search engine optimization, the ability to have unlimited pages, that you can create as many pages on your site as you like, really increases their search engine optimization. It really drives traffic to your site. So I do encourage you to create pages as well as go into some of those system pages and edit the attributes of those pages as well, so that you have meta keywords and meta descriptions for each of those pages. So we'll show you how to edit the attributes on a page in just a moment. So once you click on add a new page, you can come up here to page title, and you know what, I think I might already have a testimonials page. So, well, we'll do testimonials and maybe just do 2.0 just to make sure we can. Okay, and then we can put that on the back of the URL. Now, a meta description is a sentence or two telling your customer or telling the end users about what is offered on that specific page. So if you had done a page for golf products, you'd want to put in the meta description something pertaining to golf and the various products that are found on that page. Meta description is a sentence. Meta keywords below it is a series of keywords. So if you wanted to put golf, comma, space, apparel, comma, polo, you can just list those keywords there. But that has to be done under meta keywords. That is different from the description. Okay, so you'd fill out that information for that page, and then as soon as you click add new page, it will be created. Once you've created a page, you'll see some different options or buttons here on your screen. You'll see that edit layout and contents now appears. So if I come in and I click on this, that's going to show me the page that I've created, and then it will start to allow me to put content on that page. You'll notice a lot of the area around this text HTML box is grayed out. And the reason why that's grayed out is that is information that can only be edited from the overall layout. So the overall layout is found under appearance, and when we refer to overall layout, it's really the information that you see on every page of your site. When we edit the contents of a page, you're editing that specific page and what is appearing on that page only. So when you create a page, the first module, because we put content using modules, the first module that you see here, and it will automatically appear, is a text HTML module. And you'll notice this module because it's marked by the dotted area here, and there's 3 buttons: edit, hide, and delete. If I click on the pencil, which is the edit mode, I can open up that module, and I can put any text or images in here. So a text HTML module is really good for any text or images that you'd like to put on that page. For instance, if I come in here and I delete text and I put, so we'll just type something in here. We'll put something. Okay, so I've just put some verbiage here. Now again, you can copy and paste into this. So if you want to do that from a Word document, you can copy the text and paste it into this area. Just put your cursor where you want to put it. If you do type text, you can highlight the text that you've typed. You can use the bold icon to bold that. You also have some other options here. You can change the heading format. So if you want to use a larger font or heading, you can do so. You have several different icons that are available to you. And in a text HTML module, I always say that it basically operates the same as a Word document. So if you want to have a list of bulleted items, you can insert bullets or numbers. You can even insert charts or tables. So if you want to put something in a table, you can do that as well. So you have a lot of options in a text HTML module. You can highlight, like I mentioned, text and change the text color. We'll put this in green, bold. Okay, so we can kind of mess around with the text that we put in there. We also, in a text HTML module, can bring in images. And if you hit this little image icon, that will allow you to bring a picture into this area. So if we click on that, you can browse the server and use a picture that you might have already uploaded to the server. So I have an image here. Or you can come out and browse your computer and upload a new file to the server and use that one. So there's a couple options there. You can also, once you click on that file and you bring it in, it will come into a preview window, and you can adjust the width and height at that point. We'll just make it a little bit smaller. And then you can bring that picture in. When you are dealing with pictures or images, you're really needing a JPEG, GIF, or a PNG file. That's what is compatible to this area. So once you put the content that you want, if it's text or images in this text HTML, then you can just click save, and that will save those changes that you made on that page. Now, as I mentioned, we are very module driven. Our sites are very module driven. So when you're trying to put content on a page, it's very important that you think about what content you're putting on, and then there's pretty much a module for that. So you would need to insert the module. So if we come up to the very top here, you'll see in the far left top corner, you have a series of different modules, or a list of modules that you can put on to this page. I could bring in a banner if I wanted to. I could click on banners and insert that module onto the page. Every time I insert a module, it will automatically open it to that edit mode. I'll pull it up here in just a second. So we've got that module there, and then I can choose kind of the layout of that banner. So if I want to have 3 banners per row, I can do that. In this case, I just want to have one across the top. And I'm not going to have them rotate, but if I did have multiple banners, I could have them rotating every few seconds. I can set that. If I set it to slide, then I can set the time in which that will rotate or switch. But if I'm just going to put none for right now. And then I can choose one of the promotional banners that I've already uploaded to my website. So in this case, it is summer, so I'll do beach towels, and then I can insert that banner. And you'll see that it's inserted there, and if I hit save, that'll bring that banner onto my page. Now every time I bring a module on, it shows up at the bottom for some reason. So in order to move modules around, you can click on the dotted area and drag it to where you want it. And once you see that little white arrow, that tells you that it fits, and then you can drop it in there. So that's how you would bring a banner on. Again, we talked about a text HTML where you can bring in information such as text and images. But you also can come into any of these modules, and the last one I want to show you is the product list module. So again, you have lots of different options that you can put in. You can put in forms, you can put in social links, media links. But another important one when we're talking about editing pages or creating pages is putting product on those pages. In order to put product on a page, you need to be in a product list module. So what we'll do is we'll choose the product list module, highlight that, and insert it onto the page. Again, when you insert a module, it opens it up to edit mode. Now, if I had a product code, I'm looking around, I think I do have a couple. So if I want to choose specific product to put on this particular page, I first need to go in and find product in my product search area and write down those product codes that I want to display. Once I do that, then I can come in here and I'm going to use my selection, but I have some other options. I could default it to featured products or special products. Those are something that we determine. It's a kind of a series of products that we get from the suppliers and vendors. So when you choose one of those categories, it will automatically bring in 10 or so products and rotate through those. But if I want to have the ones, my own selection of products, I select my selection. And then where it says product code, I just simply key in the product code for that and hit insert. And that'll bring in that product code. So I think I have another one here that I can do. Okay, so I brought in 2 products. Under title, I could give a title of, what I want these products to fall under. So if I wanted to give a header for these products, I can do that. So on this page, I might just put customer favorites. And then down here, I have some options. If I'm showing 3 products, it's going to say the max I will show at a time is 3. But I only have 2, so we'll change that to 2. Then you have the ability to change the layout. So if I go into this drop down, I can choose how I want those 2 products laid out. It really doesn't affect 2 products. I mean, it's mainly 2 per row. But if I have like 6 products, I can choose whether I want 1 large, 2 small, and so forth. So in this case, I'll just do 2 per row. And then when I'm all done, I'm just going to hit save. So again, it puts it at the very bottom of the page. So there's the product list module. But if I want, I can just click on that and drag it to where I want it and drop it in there. Okay. So we have those different modules that we were able to put on this specific page. I know we called the page Testimonials, but I wanted to show you the main modules that you usually work with when creating any page. So what we'll do now is publish. And when we click on publish, what that means is we're making those changes to this page live for customers to see on the site. So we're publishing those changes. And you can see we've created a page called Testimonials 2.0, and then we put some information on that page. If I come back to content and pages, you'll now see it listed in those pages. So right there is Testimonials. So what we've done is we've created and edited a page. Now I just want to say before we go forward is if you're just trying to edit an existing page, you have these 3 buttons. So if I went into the blog page, I can edit the attributes. And remember, the attributes of a page are that site title. So if I click on this, I can edit the attributes of this page just by clicking on attributes. And I could change the title or the menu title or put in my meta description. Also, if I go back to that pages area, I have this other button called contents. So if I directly want to go into this blog page and edit the contents on that page, I can click on contents and that will edit that specific page. So you can see what I've got there as far as the post or blog that's showing on that page. Okay. So what we've done is we've created a page and we've put some content on that page. Right now, there is no ability for that customer to get to that page. So the last thing that we must do is link that page to our overall layout, maybe the header toolbar on the website. So if we want to do that, we want to come into Appearance, Overall Layout. And you can see here's where you can find those modules that were grayed out earlier when we were on the specific page. So in overall layout, this is where you can edit that information. So what I want to do is I'm going to come down here to this header tabs, and I want to add our new page to this toolbar so that customers can click on it and takes it to that page. So if we click on the edit area of this module, this will allow us to edit that toolbar, or that header toolbar. And right now you see the various pages or categories that might be linked to that header toolbar. So what we want to do is we want to find a page that we created. So we want to go into this drop down where it says Bookmarks, select Page, and then from the drop down to the right you can choose the page that you want to link. So we did Testimonials 2.0. So I'll find that in the drop down, select it, and hit Insert. And that's going to put Testimonials onto that page. So now I can change the order in which that is provided across the top, or which that shows. So if I click on Testimonials and I drag it down, I can put it where I want it to go on that toolbar. And then I just kind of drop it into that place. And once I do that, and it's in that kind of area there on the right-hand side, I can hit Save, and it will be added to that toolbar there. So you can see there's Testimonials. And in order for that to be live on the website, the last thing I need to do is come up and publish that. So now I've gone ahead and created that page and linked it to the overall part of the site. So if I go in to view the site at this point, you can see now there's the Testimonials page that we created. So if I click on it, we can see the information that we put onto that page. So there's the banner that we have of the beach towels. Here's some of the text that we put on it, and then we have some products. So right now I can take some questions if you have any questions on what we covered. Okay, one of the questions, and this is a really good question, is can you save pages without publishing them? Yes, you may. You can just go ahead and close that page. It will just list that page in your pages area, but next to it, it will tell you that it's unpublished. So then, basically whatever changes you made aren't live yet until you go back into that page and you publish it. So you can leave, like as you're working on something, you can leave that unpublished if you're not ready to display it yet to your customer. And to do that, like if I go back up to the management area, you'll see under content and pages, and I'm not quite sure if I have any unpublished pages, but what you would see is next to the page, it would have a parentheses and it would say unpublished. Just wondering if I have any. I don't think I have. I think I've published everything here. But yeah, so if you go in and make changes, it will say unpublished. So you can kind of see which pages you need to go back and publish when you're done working on them. Excellent question. Okay, well, I don't see any other questions. I just want to say thank you very much for attending today's webinar. I hope to see you on many more webinars, and have a good rest of the week. Take care. Bye-bye.